Yo, you're tuned in to Just Cool Radio.
Just Cool Radio is on the hunt for DJs, presenters and hosts to be a part of our broadcasting assistant team. If you feel you have the skills and the ability to join this exclusive team, then get in contact with Just Cool Radio right about now via the email JusCoolRadio@outlook.com. Also, contact us via WhatsApp or via the phone line on the number of +447 538 704 791. We repeat one more time, this is JusCoolRadio.com, on the hunt for hosts, presenters and DJs who would like to join our broadcasting team. So if you want to join our team, the number is +447 538 704 791. JusCoolRadio.com, disturbing the silence, catching the eye of many.
Are you looking to take your business, community project or product to the next level? Want to reach a dynamic and engaged audience? Look no further than JusCoolRadio.com. At Just Cool Radio, we offer the perfect platform to showcase your brand. Our diverse programming and loyal listeners are the ideal match for your advertising needs. Whether you're a local business, an emerging entrepreneur, we've got you covered. Want to add some star power to your event? Book Just Cool Radio talent to bring excitement and professionalism to your next big occasion. Our talented hosts and DJs will keep your audience entertained and engaged. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Visit JusCoolRadio.com today to learn more about our affordable advertising packages and booking options. Just Cool Radio, disturbing the silence, catching the eyes of many.
Once upon a time, in the cozy Just Cool Radio studio, where the beats were always bumping and the vibes were always cool, lived a tiny kitten named Bop. Bop was the pet star of JusCoolRadio.com, and she loved nothing more than snuggling up next to her owner, Anton Too Bad DJ, after a long day of spinning tunes. One fateful night, after a particularly groovy radio show hosted by Glam Nadz and featuring a special guest MC, Bop found herself alone in the studio, surrounded by all the equipment that made her owner's beats come to life. Mesmerized by the blinking lights and shiny buttons, Bop couldn't resist exploring the DJ controls. Just as Bop was about to give up on her DJ dreams and curl up for a catnap, two unlikely friends burst into the studio. King Trunks, the big, friendly elephant, and Snakey, the sneaky snake with a mischievous glint in her eye. Together, they introduced Bop to the secret world of the Just Cool studio with a catchy rap song that had Bop bouncing to the beat. But their fun was interrupted when King Trunks suddenly had to attend to an urgent matter, blowing his nose and using the restroom. Left alone with Snakey, Bop soon realized that not all the creatures in the studio were as friendly as King Trunks. Snakey, with her sly smile, tried to trick Bop into handing over the spare key to the DJ equipment. "You see, dear Bop," Snakey whispered, "there's a magic key hidden in my belly that makes the DJ equipment work perfectly. All you have to do is crawl in and fetch it." Bop hesitated, unsure of Snakey's intentions. But before she could make a decision, King Trunks returned with a mighty trumpet, sending Snakey slithering away in fear. With a swift stomp and a gentle trunk lift, King Trunks banished Snakey from the studio, ensuring Bop's safety. As Anton returned to the studio, unaware of the nighttime adventure that had unfolded, Bop felt a sense of relief and gratitude towards her newfound friends. With a contented purr and a sleepy meow, Bop curled up next to Anton, feeling safe and loved. And as the stars twinkled outside the studio window, King Trunks leaned in close to Bop and whispered, "As long as you are in the Just Cool Radio kingdom, you are safe." With a happy heart, Bop drifted off to sleep, knowing that she was surrounded by friends who would always watch over her. And so in the magical world of Just Cool Radio, where pet toys come to life and adventures await, Bop's first night in the studio became a tale of friendship, bravery, and the power of music to
Are you looking to take your business, community project, or product to the next level? Want to reach a dynamic and engaged audience? Look no further than JusCoolRadio.com. At JusCoolRadio, we offer the perfect platform to showcase your brand. Our diverse programming and loyal listeners are the ideal match for your advertising needs. Whether you're a local business, an emerging entrepreneur, we've got you covered. Want to add some star power to your event? Book Just Cool Radio talent to bring excitement and professionalism to your next big occasion. Our talented hosts and DJs will keep your audience entertained and engaged. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Visit JusCoolRadio.com today to learn more about our affordable advertising packages and booking options. Just Cool Radio, disturbing the silence, catching the eyes of many.
Hello, blessings, guys. Happy Wednesday. I feel so amazing to be back, guys. Feel like I have not been here forever, but your girl's been working. The team's been working, okay? Just Cool Radio, your time with Nadz. Guys, we have been working. Just had my 1 year radio anniversary event, and it was amazing, guys. I just want to give a massive thanks to all the artists, DJs, and sponsors that helped, the night become what it was. It was an explosion of entertainment. So thank you to all of you, including the venue, Alchemy Bar in Croydon. Dope times, guys. And look out for more from us, from the team, Just Cool Radio. More events coming your way, guys. More live performances, more amazing artists, and just more awesome stuff coming your way. Okay, guys. So super excited for what 2025 has in store for us. Imagine 2025 is around the corner, guys. Just imagine, we're finna blink, it's going to be December. But not to chat too much, guys. I do love to chat. Welcome to Your Time with Nadz on Just Cool Radio, guys. You can always stay locked in every Wednesday, 10 till 12. And, sexy R&B vibes, trending topics, and lit artist interviews. And talking about artist interviews, guys, if you've not seen the promo already, I'm so excited for this particular artist. It's been a long time coming, but you know what? God made that alignment, and now we're here where we are. Okay, so he's soon going to come up, guys. So yeah, I'm super excited for this one. We're finna make it happen. But you guys know how it goes over here. The little warm up sesh, yeah, little time, just me and you, yeah, until we get our artists up here. So I'm gonna go in with Vito, guys. I'm not. I'm gonna go in with Latif. That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like we're gonna take it old school, guys. A bit of Latif, couple 2-2 tunes, and then I'm gonna invite our amazing artist up here to get into it with him. Okay. So playing right now, guys. Your Time with Nadz on Just Cool Radio is Latif. I Don't Want to Hurt You, guys. Remember this one? Give me some love in the comments, guys, because this tune right here, and I know I was going to do it because this is me. That's how we're finna do it. I'm going to call our amazing Anton here to give Nadz a little hand. Because what did I do? But I hope you all are enjoying your Wednesday evening so far. I hope it's been a wonderful week. We have midweek vibes goes. Yeah, there we go. Midweek vibes. So yes, guys, I'm gonna pull it back now. Okay, I'm gonna pull it right back for you guys. Latif. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's been okay. I can't keep making excuses, but it is what it is, guys. We're here now. Okay. Latif is gonna spin right now for you guys. Yeah, adoptions. We hear on records, in their music videos, is exactly what they sound like in person. Absolutely dope artists. Hopefully we'll get a reunion soon, guys. I know there's always been kind of like chitter-chatter about reunions with Destiny's Child, but hopefully we'll really get a proper dope one for next year. You never know. But guys, I'm gonna play one more tune, and then we're gonna get our artist up here because I'm excited. I really am. So, we're going to go in with Alicia Keys. Yeah, I ain't going to lie. Alicia ain't my faves, but she's got a couple, you know what I'm saying? She's got a couple hits there that I like. Okay, we can run with it. We're finna run with it. Okay. So yes, guys, let's get into it. Alicia Keys, If I Ain't Got You. Absolutely out of order, but lovely. You always got that one friend that finna just say it how they want to say it. And he may not be wrong. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. He may not be wrong. But I'm a hopeless romantic, so yes, we're finna put in the universe. Nadz gonna be engaged by next year, just because I love love. Okay. But on that note, anyway, guys, we've got an amazing artist in the building. Okay. And I really want to get into this interview with him. So we are going to do so. Okay. Dope artist, UK dancehall. 1SHIFT. Would you love to come up, please, my lovely? Let's get you right. He's quite tall. You're quite tall, darling. So if you want to adjust this to your requirements. My goodness, you are very tall. If you come this way for me, my lovely, so that we can see. There you are. The people them see you. They want to see you. Yes, guys, we've got 1SHIFT in the building. And yeah, I just want to thank you. Start the show off by obviously thanking you for being here. Of course, it's been a long time coming, but we are here, right? Definitely. And love and appreciation, 100%. So what I love to do, as I've always said, is I love to, play the artist song so that the audience know who we got in the building as well. So yeah, would you love to introduce yourself, and then we'll get into the first track that we're gonna do.
Yeah, man, I don't know, say I want shift side, so yeah, outside.
I love it. It's such a fun. Do you know what is so funny? Because obviously we know each other from social media, so it's like when we connect on social media and we're having the back and forth and whatever, and then you meet someone in a real life. I didn't think your voice was going to be like that. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah. Big up. Are you Jamaican? Right, big up the Jamaicans, yeah. Love it. So we're going to go 1SHIFT's Wine and Do It. Yeah. Wine and do you want to introduce it, darling? I feel like you're doing more justice.
So this is Wine and Do It. So.
That part. Do it. Not with the British accent, babes. It's Wine and Do It. No, I'm joking. I'm playing with you. We got it, guys. Let's run it right now. Right here, guys. You're locked into Your Time with Nadz on JusCoolRadio, guys. I've got the amazing artist, 1SHIFT in the building. Yeah, man. Wine and Do It. Okay, that was still terrible. I'm going to keep practicing. Mel, Antoinette, do not laugh at me. I'm trying. Yes, let's get into it, guys.
Confess a girl, take a seat by me. Love it on your way for the baby.
Hey girl, the way you bubble do it. Bubble to the bass, bubble to the treble. Girl you bad, yeah you want me like a rebel. Brace panny G, beg you do not Lego. And a Simon, but you do when me assess so. Wine and dip, boom flick pan it. Yeah the body's not the dance when you tip pan it. Yeah the talk of the town, you are hot topic. Yeah the talk of the town, you are hot topic. Hey girl, do you bubble, do you jiggle. See that's something you me stick with shift in your middle. Me love you know you wine and do it. Love you know you wine and do it. Hey girl, the way you bubble, the way you jiggle. See that's something you me stick with shift in your middle. Me love you know you wine and do it. Love you know you wine and do it. Mirror, dip on the wall now. Which girl are the bodies on the floor now? Kuda Keisha, Ashanika, me a Bishana, ripe and banana. Oh you a guanza, na the corner. Body to body make you warm a walla no. Come wine for the G, baby come wine for the G. Hey girl, do you bubble, do you jiggle. See that's something you me stick with shift in your middle. Me love you know you wine and do it. Love you know you wine and do it. Hey girl, do you bubble, do you jiggle. See that's something you me stick with shift in your middle. Me love you know you wine and do it. Love you know you wine and do it. Panny grung no girl. Bring it wrong like that. Say me love how you gwan. Baby me love how you gwan. Hey girl, panny grung like that. Bring it wrong, Say me love how you gwan. Baby me love how you gwan. Hey girl, do you bubble, do you jiggle. See that's something you me stick with shift in your middle. Me love you know you wine and do it.
Love you know you wine and do it. Oh you do it, girl. Oh you do it for me.
Loving how you wine and do it. Wine and do it. Wine and do it, girl. Yeah, wine and do it. Loving how you face it for me, G. Wine and do it. You wine and do it. Oh yeah. Wine and do it. Loving how you face it for me, girl.
It's madness. Come on. I really wanted to pull it up a couple of times, but I was like, nah. I'm gonna let you ride it out because we're finna bring this tune back around anyways, yeah? It's a banger. Love this one. Okay, 1SHIFT in the building. Right, so what I would love to start off with is, because for those who do follow you, they will be fully aware that there has been a change in artist name.
Yeah.
Could you kind of talk us through the decision to change your artist name and what brought that about for you?
So the first name had a similar meaning to this one, but the first name was Tevi, which means try everyday value and validate yourself. But 1SHIFT is more so like in life is one long shift, and it doesn't finish until you pass.
Interesting.
But every change in life requires a shift. So I felt like I had my shift, my transition to elevate, and I'm going to keep building up from there. So that's why I changed it to 1SHIFT.
Oh, okay. So because of just kind of the way life is, it's more of like a...
So what life...
A play on...
Yeah. So what I kind of been through in life, I felt like I was at the right position in life, and I had that shift to kind of keep pushing through. Yeah. So that was my kind of transition into keep going up into success, isn't it? So.
Oh, okay, I hear that. I mean, Tevi's also a unique name, but I think also it allows you to evolve into the next, like you said, like the next phase, the next phase of your career.
And and it was also because of the genre of music that I do, I felt kind of 1SHIFT fitted that niche of music more than Tevi. Yeah. So.
Okay. Fair enough. So 1SHIFT. My lovely. Let the people know what area you're from, and like also what your heritage is, please.
So Jamaican heritage. I'm from Kent. Originally lived in southwest London, so around Streatham, Brixton area. So.
Okay. And your heritage, we briefly mentioned it, so it's Jamaican. But which part of Jamaica are your family from?
They're from St. Thomas and Clarendon.
Okay, dope. So did you? Right, because your accent, for me, obviously being quite an English girl, is quite strong. So did you kind of grow up? Did you go back and forth to Jamaica, or was it just from being in a household of Jamaicans where it's like you was able to keep the accent?
Yeah, it was predominantly the household. Growing up with grandma and granddad, so it was predominantly the household.
Oh, okay, dope. So what was like? How did music play a part in your journey as a youth, like whether in the household or outside of the house, like? So,
because I grew up in the UK, it was. I used to do Glam when I first started. I never did dance.
Let's get into it. This is why we're doing this, right? But someone just said, Miss Monique says, big up Clarendon.
Up.
Yeah. Come on now. Okay, dope. So originally you didn't start off doing dancehall.
No.
It was rap.
Like Glam.
That
was
okay, that was the era. That's what we was in. Yeah, true that.
Because I'm of that age. I grew up when it was like Crazy Titch and Wiley and Eskimos. Yeah, so that type of music.
Pick up the goats, man. Pick up the goats. Okay, so grime. So okay, because you know what? It's interesting because it's like it's not that I can't see it. It's because we're just not in that era time. Do you know what I mean? So it's like. So you got into grime. So what was it that kind of inspired you into that then?
Well, it was my god brother was in a group called NWA. So that's what kind of I was around, that influence, and the people that I was around, they used to like rapping and spitting lyrics and stuff. So that's what kind of influenced me to do that music.
Yeah. Did you take it seriously? Was it more of a thing of like, okay, when you're around the man them or in that circle, it was like, you spit a couple two, like?
Yeah, it was just like around the man them, you spit a couple bars and just vibes in. It wasn't really a serious thing. I go studio now and again, but it wasn't something I'd see myself doing further in life.
So what about like, so did you get into that kind of the battle rap of it all, or nah, not really?
No, the battle rap, it was more so just like the studio recording songs. And,
Yeah. Okay, I love that. I love to hear that. So then, okay, I'm going to take it back and then we're going to bring it back forward because I would love to know like your transition, how you transitioned into, you know, doing the type of music you do now. But kind of take us back into like your household, family environment. Like, what type of music was you inspired other than grime at the time?
So growing up, it was more so like reggae, lovers rock, and a lot of R&B. So the funny thing is, I listen to R&B more than dancehall. But I do dancehall music, so when I try to branch off into the R&B mixed with dancehall, I'm trying to master the dancehall side before I branch off. I don't want to do too many things and not master one and just be doing everything.
Yeah. Because what's that saying? What's it? Something jack of all trades and master of none. Yeah. Oh God! You don't want to be. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be in that category. But you know, I feel like, what star sign are you?
Pisces.
Are you a Pisces? So your birthday's when?
23rd of Feb.
23rd of Feb. Okay, cool. So, so your birthday's coming up. You got a birthday coming up then, isn't it? January, February. Okay, dope. Yeah, because I'm a Gemini, and I feel like we're such creative people that we love to have our hands in so many pots. But then it's like we also are quite fickle in the sense of like, well, I can speak for myself. It's like once I've done something, kind of felt like I've mastered it, I get bored. I move on to the next, which is not always the best thing, but then I use it to my advantage as well because I just love to do so many things, right? But it is important to kind of, like what you were saying, to actually master like something and a craft, and so just so you feel confident about what you're in. And
no, definitely,
yeah. So okay, so then. The household, okay, so you listen to a lot of R&B, things like that. So are there any particular artists that fully like inspired you as far as like your love of music in general, from reggae to, you know, to R&B to grime?
With R&B, it was more so like Avant, Lloyd and those type of artists that I was listening to. I listened to Latifah as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Avant is hard.
I listened to quite a few artists in the R&B scene. But what inspired me to do music initially was when I was watching MTV Bass and Channel U.
Jeez, so come on.
That's showing my age, but that's the kind of the platforms I was watching.
Yeah.
And then with reggae, it was more so like, who was I listening to around then? Probably like Egyptian, Turbulence.
Oh, yeah.
Those type of artists I was listening to. And the older school artists like Maxi Priest, Garnet Silk. I briefly listened to those, and Barris, of course. But those are the kind of reggae artists I listened to.
Okay.
But with the dancehall side, it was mainly Mavado, Cartel coming up.
Yeah,
a lot of the Alliance and Gaza side of music I was listening. So,
I hear you. Okay, so then your transition into, at what point when did you decide it was going to be a career for you? Let me put it that way.
Probably, that's a good question. It was probably around, I'd say 2012, because 2010 is when I did my first song, which was at Stockwell Youth Club with my friend Sneaks, she was a dancer. She's the first person that kind of put me into the music area.
Okay.
And then from then, that's when I kind of started to record a couple of songs and push out my music. Okay,
dope. So then, right, so your first performance style music was dancehall?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you find that, what I'm trying to say is like, how did you kind of feel like, okay, this is my niche, like this is what I'm at, you know, kind of made to do in a sense? Like, it came naturally to you?
Yeah, it came naturally, but I think it was more the reception as well.
Okay.
Because when you first started music, you're always kind of critiquing yourself to an extent where you might stop doing music. But then the people around me, when they're hearing the song saying, yeah, this is good, there was no negative feedback. So when I'm doing that, I'm keeping pushing, writing and trying to get better at what I'm doing rather than just saying, all right, let me do this, and then stopping when I'm not getting the support that I think I should be at the time. Because you're never going to get the support from the start. It's when you start to elevate, you start to see people come through. So you just have to keep pushing and doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you have to have a reason why you're doing it rather than just to get the support or people to like your music, because that's never going to last.
Yeah. No, for sure. I feel like in general, that's what the entertainment industry is like, and just the politics of entertainment, and like it's a popularity contest. But also within that, it's like people want to see, okay, is he going to fall at the first hurdle? Can he get back up? Like, you know, like people look and think, okay, that didn't go so well, but how's she going to deal with that? Like, okay, she just got blindsided. Someone took a position that she was supposed to have. How's she going to handle that? Do you know what I mean? And then you just think, well, okay, if you do fall, and it's like sometimes people, you'll get the haters that are ready for you to fall, but then more time people that are watching you, they just want to see if you can handle it, then boom, they'll stick beside you. But then also knowing like from our side, being a creative, it's that sometimes that can be a little bit disheartening, because it's like, I need you guys here like now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. I need you guys here today, like right now. So as an artist, like how do you handle that pressure of, you know, so many eyes being on you in that way?
I think it was more so when I was looking at the social media from when I started to now, it's changed a lot. So it's like it's more demanding, and you have to do creating content and a lot of this stuff. So I try to be creative where I don't always have to actively be out, even though I'm out a lot, and I don't always catch my performances. I try to kind of mix and blend videos or this and that, but it incorporates my music. Okay. And I try not to watch what other people are doing. Because if you watch what other people are doing, you're always going to compare yourself. They could have been doing music like 10 years or 5 years before what you're doing. Yeah. So you can never compare like your level 10 to someone's level 100. So you always have to kind of focus on your bag and make sure that you're building your own fan base. Don't focus on what they're doing. Because they might do something, you're following it, and they fall off the next day. But you're copying their blueprint. You have to have your own blueprint. Because everybody, what's for you is not for someone else. So you just have to focus on your own thing. And you have to have a reason why you're actually doing the music or the career path that you've chosen. Because if it's just for likes and views, when you don't get any likes and views, you're going to stop doing what you're doing. So you have to have something that keeps propelling you and pushing you to success. So. Yeah,
like you have to be passionate about it. It has to be something that you want for yourself. Just a quick shout out to Jacqueline, big up yourself. She says big up Nadz. Sandra Apple, big up yourself, sis. She says, how are you, Nadz? I'm doing amazing, my lovely. How are you? She says, I love the show. Big up Clive. Who's Clive? Big up. Okay, honey. Well, yeah. Big up Bop as well. Bop's in the building, guys. It's our radio mascot. But yeah, no, I think that's great advice, Shift. I think that's great advice for people, because like, yeah, if your heart's not in it and you're not extremely, there we go, he's making it. There's his debut on my show now that I'm back. But yeah, guys, yeah, I do feel like, yeah, if it's your heart's not in it, then it does become so easy for you to just feel so disheartened and just not have the same enthusiasm or momentum to just keep going when things do get tough. And I feel like anything in life that you want, it's not going to come easy. It never is. But then that's just what makes the reward even sweeter when you reach that. The peak of where you're trying to get to, right? So what I would like to do, we're going to play another one of your tunes, and I feel like respectfully, you just like, I would love to introduce.
Which one is it now?
Do you know what? Don't laugh at me. I would love for Shift to introduce the next song that's coming on right now. Make it.
Oh, so this is called Make It Boom.
Yes, there we go. Right there. Okay, guys, let's get into it right here on JusCoolRadio. You're listening to Your Time with Nadz, guys. Stay locked in, stay tuned in. Run it up, run it up, run it up. And if you're not supporting and following our amazing artists that's in the building right now, 1SHIFT on all social media and all streaming platforms, what are you waiting for, guys? It's just one simple click away. Okay, head over there. Follow him up and show the love. Okay, blessings. Yeah, we're finna run it now. Make it boom. Yeah, there we go.
When I wind up like you were invertebrate, for your body and my heart, my craft is shape. Make it boom there, make it boom boom boom. The style you have, it go drive me mad. Power steering fail, me nearly crash. Automatic, but me love the way you shift stick. Tap turn on, you wet, make it drip drip. Make it boom like a bomb, mash up the place. Make it boom like you throw an hand grenade. Boom it off like you're mad and you're angry. All
Yes. We have to take it
Invertebrate,
back. Pull it
with your
back.
body and my heart, my craft shape. Make it boom there, make it boom boom boom. The style you have, it a go drive me mad. Power steering fail, me nearly crash. Automatic, but me love the way you shift stick. Top turn on, you wet, make it drip drip. Make it boom like a bomb, mash up the place. Make it boom like you throw an hand grenade. Boom it off like your mother and you're angry. All when you say you can't stand me. Girl, make it boom there, make it boom way, make it boom yeah, make it boom yeah, make it make it ah, make it ah, girl, make it boom there, make it boom way, make it boom yeah, make it boom yeah, make it ah, make it ah. Good that when you have a post, no caption. Like a real panigram, get traction. Double tap that, save to me favorites. Girl, boom that song in on your playlist. Hear miss, earth a shake, make it boom. A tectonic, plate shift, jeans rip. Me can't turn it, for your boom make me lose our composure. See that boom there, bring it closer, no sir. Boom there, make it, boom way, make it, boom yeah, make it, boom there, make it ah, make it ah, girl, make it, boom there, make it, boom way, make it, boom yeah, make it ah, make it ah. Coulda what is me a get in a girl see me a body bad son a girl yes I don't similar. See the symmetry when you boom in front of me left to the right cheek jump synchronicity. This a boom you have a post no caption like a real panigram get traction. Double tap that save to me favorites. Girl boom the song in your playlist. Hear miss boom day make it boom way make it boom yeah make it boom yeah make it ah make it ah girl make it boom day make it boom way make it boom yeah make it ah make it ah boom day make it boom way make it boom yeah make it boom for me ah make it ah girl make it boom day make it boom for me girl make it boom for me ah make it ah make it.
Yes, vibes, absolute vibes. Yes, Sandra says she digs the vibes. She's digging the vibes, Babs. Yes, big up yourself, Sandra. Love. Your tunes are so catchy.
Thank you.
Do you write all your songs, or is it a co-writing situation, or?
No, so I write all my music.
Yeah.
I started off not writing music. I used to just record the songs and write it after I recorded the song. So I kind of still in that element, but I'm trying to write more of my music to give it a bit more substance and meaning to the music.
No, fairs. Yeah, they're very catchy. So kind of talk us a little bit through like when you're in the studio, like how do you set the environment right for your creativity to flow?
So first you need rum. But yeah,
true Caribbean.
Yes, you need a little bit of influence.
Sometimes,
a little juice. You just need to be around the right people, because if you're around the right people, you can kind of bounce off ideas of each other. And you kind of have to go in there with a topic that you want to record. Because when I hear a rhythm, I automatically kind of think of the topic of the song. And a lot of my song kind of girl music or dancing music. But then that's the vibe I get from the music, the rhythm.
Yeah.
And some rhythms you might get reality, life and sadness or something. But the rhythms I go for are predominantly like upbeat vibes.
Okay.
Because life's already hard as it is, so I'm trying to uplift people rather than
For sure. I love it. So kind of like what inspired the last song we just listened to, Make It Boom.
So this one is a story behind it. So this one I went to a performance at Ritzy Brixton.
Okay.
And I won the competition. So I won PR and I won 2 hours studio time. So with that studio time, I recorded that song.
Congratulations, that's dope.
Yes, I recorded that song with studio time. I had a rhythm before that I was going to do it on, but I didn't want all the politics behind it. With not leasing it correctly or not putting it out on the streaming. So I had a rhythm that I already had in my on my phone.
Okay.
And I just used that rhythm because it fit the same type of lyrics for the song.
Okay. So do you don't have like a particular producer that you go to for your beats?
No.
Oh, you
So
source them from like YouTube or from
Yeah, because I try to avoid YouTube because of the quality of the beats. But then I might have some that have been sent time ago. I haven't written the right song to go on that rhythm.
Okay,
So like further down the line, I might have written something that fits perfectly on that beat.
Yeah. And then you'll pull it out the bag.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I hear that. So when it comes to collaborations, is that something that you've always been open to, or you just kind of prefer, like right now you just need to focus on?
I'm always open to collaborations, but it has to make sense because of where I understand where I've come from in the music and where I am now. But the level I'm at now is not the same level of some people that might want to collab. But if the song sounds good, I'll always collaborate with people and work with them. But if I'm not genuinely feeling the song, I don't have an organic connection, I'm not going to force myself just to collaborate.
Yeah.
So I'll still be cool with people, but I might be like, that song's not the right fit for me, and just kind of move it to the side.
Yeah. Do you feel like, because I know that sometimes like up and coming artists might feel the pressure of like, if someone that has, let's say, because it's a numbers game, like we know this, right? So do you ever feel like, because kind of, I'm going to go off the back of what you just said basically, but it's kind of like, do you ever feel like, okay, you need that cosign from someone who's got the numbers in order for you to feel like, yeah, I'm moving in the direction that I want to move to, or you're quite happy to go in your own pace, in your own lane?
I'm happy to go at my own pace, in my own lane, because I don't want to be known. It's a 50-50, because some people don't want to be known for someone else putting them on. And then some people will accept it because they know they can branch off of it. Like it's in their head, it's business minded. So they use that as a stepping stone to get to the next stone where they want to get to elevate. But in my head, I just want to build my career. I don't really care how long it takes. I just want to build it off my own foundation and build up my own foundation so I know my structure's stable. And I didn't have to rely on anybody else to come back later down the line when I'm successful and say, I gave you this and that and I want this back. And
Yeah, because you do find that when it'd be like when a group breaks up or whatever, like or the producer and the artist have a disagreement, then it's, I put you on, or I did this for you, or I did that, and it's just like, well, I mean, look, the entertainment industry, you need support from others. Like, it is a collaborative thing to get to the top. I don't quite understand the idea of people feeling that they have to hold something over someone else's head. It's like, if you're going to be a part of the journey, then do it out of the kindness of your heart. Like, do it because you believe in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I say that to say this, like, do you feel like the team you have around you, like right now, how did you get to the point where you feel like you have the right team around you? And are they the right team around you right now?
It's not even really a team. I'd say it's a collective of, I'd say, close friends now that I've met through music.
Okay.
So it's the right people that they're on the same kind of journey at the same level as me now. So we kind of bounce off each other's ideas and we relate. Like, before someone says something, you might be like, you mentioned that idea to them and they were thinking that idea. So it's just kind of being around the right people and the positive people that always try to find the solutions rather than the problems.
That part, yeah, man, solution based, yeah. That's all I think we all need around us. No matter what you do in life, solution based people are what we need, because you're always going to stumble into obstacles. You're always going to stumble into situations where you have to figure it out. Okay, how do I get out of this? And if you have people around you that panic in moments like that, then it's like you're always going to fall at those hurdles instead of having people around you that are going to be like, well, did you think of this or whatever? Oh, shout out to Chaser. Big Chaser. Yeah, it's a big Tev. Yeah, it's 1SHIFT now, baby. 1SHIFT now. Yeah, big up yourself, Chaser, man. Love, man. Dope artist. Obviously, I had him here in the studio. It was a vibe. It was a vibe for sure. Yeah, man, when the new music, I mean, I know you dropped a remix, and when the new things are coming, you already know the vibes, okay? So, but yeah, as far as social media, let's take it to social media. Do you feel it's important to keep yourself relevant in social media, and how do you use that to help elevate your career?
No, I find it useful. I used to hate socials.
Did you?
Because I never used to be active. I always used to be low-key. I used to just push out my music, network with people in person, and then kind of get away that way. But I know that social media it plays a big part in how far you kind of get in music, because nowadays everybody's on their phone. It's not like when back in the days people used to shop mixtapes, or you used to have like videos, you know, like them.
Yeah. Proper music videos.
Yeah,
like proper,
those ones.
Like you'd literally, I remember it's like you knew an artist was about to drop a music video and it'd be like the whole household. Everyone would be waiting for it. All the friends then would be like, your message, like, okay, cool guys, at this time, everybody, boom. And then as soon as the music video is done, it's like, yeah, did you watch that? Like, nice, so different now, like the aura and feeling of it. But yeah, sorry, back to what you were saying, like, so you understand now the importance of using social media, but you wasn't quite keen on it.
Yeah, I've tried to kind of adapt to it a bit more now, but I try to schedule my posts more than actively always being on Instagram, so that I'm still posting even when I'm not by my phone, because I don't really like my phone, and I'm into a lot of with like the radiation and stuff like that from the phone. I'm trying to keep away from it like that. Yeah. But I know social play a big part, and networking and pushing the music.
100%.
So it's not like you have to get on Channel U or MTV based to actually be known for your music. You can go viral through TikTok or Instagram. So it is a positive, but then at the same time, it kind of hinders because people don't really use it for networking. So it's social media, but people aren't social on social media. So
I don't know. Like, do you know what I feel like? I think it's important for sure. Like, sometimes it is important to also take that breather. Like for me, it's like, sometimes I get in a space where it's like, I just be posting every day. And then I'm like, hold on, Nadz, give yourself a second, because the internet is not running nowhere. People finna be there, and they're gonna wait for your next post. Like, it's gonna come. But then also, sometimes when I take too long, like, obviously we've been so busy with with the event I just had, it's like, I'm trying to get back into the swing of posting again. And it's like, the rhythm's a bit, I'm trying to find my rhythm back again. So there's a little bit of me that's inside that's a bit like, like stressed about it, because I'm just like, okay, I know, like, I have to get back into it, because when you're in a flow of it, it's okay, but as soon as you kind of drop the ball a little bit, it's like, right, it becomes a task a little bit.
It does. I've realized that when I used to post before and then I took a break and posted again, I wasn't really getting that much traction. But now that I've been consistent with it, a lot more people are seeing it. So I'm just trying to be consistent with it and just know that I can post this, I leave my phone for the rest of the day and do what I'm doing. I don't really have to always be on socials. So, yeah.
That's it. It's about finding a healthy balance as well. So, like, with social media, and like, do you find it easy to separate your personal life from making yourself accessible to your audience as well? When you're using the
I do now, because every morning when I go work out, I might do a little post and then I'll get on with what I need to for the day. I'll like go through my checklist, do what I need to do, and then when I've got spare time, I'll go on social media. I don't prioritize it over what I need to do in reality, because it doesn't make sense.
This is it. I think people get lost in the sauce. Some people like get lost in the sauce of social media. And like you said, sometimes it's like, if you're doing it for the likes and the views, then you're forever chasing that last hit, that last viral moment. Like, when it comes to your music, do you ever get in a place where you're like, okay, that tune was a hit, the audience loved it, they were so receptive, I need to try and recreate that?
In a way, because I know if somebody likes something, it's kind of giving you the vision that you might create something else that might blow that's similar. But then at the same time, with certain artists, if they create something similar a few times, they keep saying, oh, that sounded like this song, that sounded like that song. So you can never really please the audience 100%. So you have to kind of do what's true to you at the same time.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because if they like your music, they're going to follow you. If you got a solid fan base, they're going to follow you regardless. They might not gravitate to certain songs as much as others, but then they can see the elevation and growth in your career. So
yeah, no, for sure. And with like the genre that you're in with dancehall right now, do you see yourself kind of coming out of that and dabbling with other genres, or you're good with where you are as far as the genre?
No, I'm gonna dabble in the R&B with dancehall. Yeah, I'm gonna mix it up still.
Okay.
Because I've always wanted to do R&B, but what I realized from doing dancehall is I can sing better when I'm doing dancehall than R&B. Because when I started off, I never had voice training. Okay. So when I'm singing, it sounds better when I'm doing dancehall, and now it's better with R&B because my voice has grown over time. Yeah. But when I initially started, it wasn't cutting it. So
look, at the end of the day, it's a tool with it, and with like any tool or instrument, let me say that way, that's better. Any instrument, it needs to, trained and tweaked and plucked and whatever's, I mean, big up yourself for even putting yourself out there, because at the end of the day, not everyone like especially if you're coming from grime and then you're going into dancehall and then trying to throw in little melodies here and there, like that, it's not easy, right? So just for you even trying it in the first place means that you've got something to develop and grow from. You know, I always say, like, if you never try anything in life, you'll never know.
No, it's true.
I'd rather, like, that's the worst feeling in life, is never knowing. You know. Oh yes. All right, Melt Me said, and Miss Monique says, pin his handle. My lovelies, the distance between the phones and us, it's not that easy, okay? But when we, go on, my lovely. It's not that easy. So as soon as I get a minute, maybe when we play the next tune, I will try and do that for you, okay, guys? But do bear. Oh God, TikTok's doing this thing again, guys, where I have to make sure that I've got to do the puzzle thing. Does anyone else know about this thing that TikTok does when you're on it for too long? I don't know. Like, you have to do like this puzzle thing.
Well, go on, people. You know, say I want shift. But me get us something now. Me request your body. You grant the access, me pass the code. Stop and search for your body, cause me have to know if it legal fi carry that the heavy load. Pressure bus pipe, you get the new fitting. Water run but not drain like the sink missing. Stick broken on your ears cause you not listen. Bet your body you go full when the shovel start dig for the goal now.
Okay. That's what the true artist, yeah? True artist, because you gotta be ready for anything. Anything happens, right? Anything can happen, and you gotta be ready for it. But no, TikTok is actually really kind of annoying with that. It's like a puzzle thing, guys, that you have to like swipe it and then get it in place. But we move, guys. We move. So right, let's pull it back a little bit. The layers. So your project that you're working, have you got a new project that will be coming out soon, or have we got?
Yeah, I've got a new project with the artist called Skill C. So that's kind of like, how to explain it? It's like a kind of melodic rap, Afrobeat kind of type beat. Yeah. So yeah, something different out of my comfort zone, but yeah. Yeah,
no, it's good. Like, even when you're saying about the R&B, like it's healthy to want to put yourself out of your comfort zone, because like, as much as it's important to master a craft and know what you're doing in a particular lane, at the same time, comfortability doesn't leave room for growth.
Yeah, you get complacent with it.
Yeah, 100%. So, okay, so that's interesting then. Your last release, so that project, you've kind of, do you feel like, okay, I've done what I need to do with that, now I'm ready for the next? Or yeah.
So my last release was the last song that I played, but because of the name change, I'm gonna re-upload my music and kind of just do it properly. So that Make It Boom was my most recent release.
That's it. And it's a vibe. So it'll be interesting to see how you tackle, you know, these other lanes. Yes. So we've got the next tune, if you'd love to introduce it. The Rum.
So this is Rum Can't Done.
Say that again for me.
Rum Can't Done.
It could never be done. Just wanted to say that. It could never be done. So yes, guys, before we get into this tune, much love to 1SHIFT, guys, for being in the building with me. So yes, guys, make sure you run up his social media, okay, and all his music once it's back on streaming platforms. But just stay locked in, because they can still follow your pages, right?
Yeah.
Guys, the music will be back on. Like, as you just heard, is going through a transition phase, but it's definitely worth the wait. I cannot wait to hear the new stuff coming as well. So yes, guys, we're gonna get into Rum Can't Done.
Yeah,
that part. Okay. We're gonna get into it, guys. Stay locked in. Your time with Nadz on JusCoolRadio. Yes, run it up.
Start getting mad, get hype, you know. Everything girls, I'm liking you. Me plus you equal vibe, you know. I be vibe, you know. Aye. Which part you there, girl, me want to go. So no beat for nobody got a road, you know. Bring your body, come make me start it up. Aye. Pour some rum, can't done rum. Make she run for my rum. Full it up, top it up, not an empty cup. Rum I do it, I the rum I do it. Pour some rum, can't done rum. Make she run for my rum. Full it up, top it up, not an empty cup. Rum I do it, I the rum I do it. Aye. Make your wine body so. Must see rum in your cup and make your wine body so. Thick girl, steam girl, and girl with tiny so. From to see the rum, girl she want to try me so. Clean clock, straight jeans, everything neat. Girl a wine hard, yeah, put it and repeat. Yeah. Oh your butt so, girl your body no. Pour some rum, can't done rum. Make she run for my rum. Full it up, top it up, not an empty cup. Rum I do it, I the rum I do it. Pour some rum, can't done rum. Make she run for my rum. Full it up, top it up, not an empty cup. Rum I do it, I the rum I do it. Aye.
Was it? Yeah. Jeez. Yes, guys. That was just a little preview right there, aren't we? Little preview. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, well, when are we looking to get this one then? Let them know.
Before the end of this year, probably.
For the end of the year.
I might collaborate with somebody. So if anybody hears it and wants to collaborate, reach out.
Yeah, dope. All right. I'll take it back for the people then, and we'll give them another little teaser. Yeah. Let's get into it. Rum can't dance. No, I love it. It's super. All your tunes are super catchy. I would love to just be a fly in your head. Like, how do you come up with this stuff? So dope. Yeah, rum can't dance for real. It's a little sample, guys.
Which part of the girl me want to go? Nobody at the road, Bring your body come make we start it up. Aye. Pour some rum, can't done rum. Make she run for my rum. Full it up, top it up, not an empty cup. Rum I do it, I the rum I do it. Pour some rum, can't done rum. Make she run for my rum. Full it up, top it up, not an empty cup. Rum I do it, I the rum I do it. Aye. Make your wine body so. Must see rum in your cup and make your wine body so. Thick girl, slim girl, and girl with tiny so. From she see the rum, yeah she want to try me so. Clean clock, straight jeans, everything neat. Girl a wine hard, yeah, put it and repeat. Yeah. Oh your butt so, girl your body no. Pour some rum, can't done rum. Make she run for my rum. Full it up, top it up, not an empty cup. Rum I do it, I the rum I do it. Pour some rum, can't done rum. Make she run for my rum. Full it up, top it up, not an empty cup. Rum I do it, I the rum I do it. Aye.
Jeez. Yes, the rum does it, mate. Yeah, the rum really be doing it sometimes. You've got to control it. But you know what? Do you know what I'd love to do right now, 1SHIFT? Yeah. I'd love to get into a little game. Would you like to play a little game with me? Would that be all right?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, we're gonna play. Would You Rather? I don't know if you ever played this game before.
No, I know what it is. Though.
You know what it is, yeah. All right, calm. All right, so obviously, like the don't shoot me down for the questions because they're not that wild, by the way, guys. It's very family friendly. Okay, they're not that wild. However, they're not I didn't make them up. Okay, I got them off the internet. The good internet. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. All right. Would you rather? Would you? I'm sorry, I'm laughing before I even read it. It's actually quite ridiculous. Would you rather have a toe the size of your foot or a finger the size of a hand?
A finger. So I'm a box people. It hurt
so what? So when you box people, my goodness. Do you know what? I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking I wouldn't want my toe to be bigger because I wouldn't be able to wear the shoes that I want to wear. And I'm a proper, I've got a whole shoe fetish, guys. I'm addicted to shoes, okay? So, yeah. Okay, but fair enough. That's your choice. Okay, would you rather not be able to taste or not be able to see colours?
See colours.
You'd rather not be able to see colours?
Yeah, because I'm a foodie, so I can't eat and not taste. So.
Yeah, that would be kind of wild, isn't it? Yeah, I agree with that one. But then not seeing colours is kind of, I don't know, it's a bit mad too because it's like, that's what gives us, it's like, colours is like you know, we kind of relate it to moods and like, imagine not knowing what the sun looks like or what a blue sky feels like.
It's true, it's true.
Like little things like that. Like,
but
I don't know.
And not seeing colours with people as well, you don't automatically have judgment. So I'd rather kind of that than not tasting food.
I hear you.
Because you're always eating. You don't always have to be outside.
Yeah.
So you might be used to your surroundings. You don't really, this colour doesn't matter to you.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough. All right, mate. Would you rather the ability to change the past or see into the future?
I'd probably see into the future. Because I don't want to change. What's happened in the past is in the past. I know it's a tricky one because what's meant to be for you will be anyway. But if you see into the future, you might be able to kind of avoid certain things in your favor, but you don't want to mess with it too much because it might, you know how it goes already.
Facts. No, facts. Like, you can't play God in it. Like, I even feel like, even with that question in general, like, the future... it's like the thing is, if you know what's happened, if you see into the future, you know what's going to happen, then you're forever going to be like, let me make sure I do this so I get to that point that I was supposed to. Then you're always going to get into a place where you feel like you're entitled to something, or you're entitled to things going the way that you need it to go because you've seen the future. But the future can always be changed. Exactly. Like, every day we step out our house, and the decisions we make and the thought processes we have and the people we meet can change where the direction of our future anyway. But then it's like the ability to change the past. I wouldn't change the past neither. What's happened has happened, like you said. And I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for the past. True. But yeah, we're gonna leave it there. Would you rather have an intelligent partner or a good looking partner?
Intelligent. Looks don't last forever.
Ooh. You better tell them. You better tell them, honey. Ain't that true? That's a fact. Yes. That's an absolute fact, and I agree because I definitely agree with. What I've done. There we go. Now I can see better. Yeah, no, true. Looks fade, man. Looks fade, and it's all about substance, and stuff like that. How do you find like dating and being an artist? Is it something that you find quite easy?
Yeah, but I'm taken.
Yeah.
So, but in general,
how does your
artists, it's like you have to keep it professional to an extent because every artist has already been stereotyped. So you don't want to just fall into that stereotype. You have to carry yourself a certain way and professionally. Sure. You don't have to carry yourself bougie and not talk to people, but you have to have the discipline to know when you're going too far.
100%. And your partner's quite supportive and understands, like, when it comes to networking and stuff like that. Yeah, no, for sure.
But it's always tricky because you're gonna do as an artist certain things that people won't be happy with, but it just comes with the industry and how it is. Because if you got supporters, you can't control people's behaviors. So you can only control yours. But if you're not doing anything wrong, and then what someone else has done to you, they don't like, you can't do anything about it. You just have to kind of just take it with a pinch of salt, innit?
True. Like, I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I think also it just comes down to the mentality of the person that you're with as well, because and the maturity, the levels of maturity, because not everyone can handle someone being with someone that is in the spotlight, that puts themselves out there. It's not something that is for everybody. You know, I get asked all the time, would you rather date someone that's in the industry or someone that's just doing a normal 9 to 5? And for me personally, just to make life easier, someone that's in the industry, because I feel like for a man it's a lot different. Like, you being an artist in the industry is a lot different than me being a female and having a male partner that doesn't understand the industry, because then it's kind of like, oh, big up my girl, Chids in the building, love sweetheart. Because I feel like men I don't know, men more jealous, or men more I don't know, like, they'll just watch my movements too hard. Like, it gets
They can be in the industry and do the same thing. It just depends on the man, the caliber of man that you're with. Because some can still be in the industry and start watching, trying to kind of control your movements as well. And it can be on both sides as well. Because from being in the industry, you probably got a more in-depth insight into how people can be. Not how they actually are, but how they can be. So you might be more skeptical than someone that's doing a 9 to 5 on the outside. So they might see things, but they're oblivious to what's actually going on.
But I think also that falls into like just the lifestyle of like, okay, my weekdays, my weekends, if I'm not at work, if I'm not with my kids, if I'm not at the station, weekends, it's events. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like someone that understands that the ball has to keep rolling. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to be on the scene. You have to be in it. The networking, like we said before, is so important.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's kind of, but yeah, big up to your wifey, to your missus. All right, big up to her. Appreciate her. She could have come, you know.
I know, she with the kids, man. She with the kids.
Oh, fair enough. Now, shout out to her. All right, so let's go. We've got 2 more questions on here. So, would you rather know how the world began or how it will end? Oh, it's a little bit similar to our... Okay, but it's all right.
Began. I don't want to know how it ends because there's so many conspiracies and things behind how the world began. Nobody really knows how it actually began if you look into it properly. So if you look into how it began, you might know how it might end, but not necessarily how it's going to end.
That's a good way. That's a way to think about it still. That is that. But then it's kind of like, I feel like when we think about questions like this, it's kind of like, would you want to know when you're going to pass?
Yeah, basically.
And do I know? Do you know what I mean? Because it's just like, nah. Because you're just like, you're just waiting for that, innit? You're waiting for it. And you don't want to live your life waiting for the demise.
Yeah.
You know, but for the world to end, I don't know, I'm not going to lie. Call me a conspiracist theorist, okay? But I'm very much, I'm out of the box when it comes to my thinking of how the construct of this world and how it operates and whatnot. And so for me, I'm finna prepare for the end. Do you know what I mean? Like, I might not know what's going to happen. Would I want to know? Probably not. But I'm finna prepare for it. Like, I literally went on Amazon. I bought had to make the tent thing, like a survival kit, basically, a whole survival kit. And I've got all the kids in the front room. I was like, listen, guys, if things were to dead off today, okay, all right, and things started falling out the sky, this is what we need to do. This is our escape route. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because you just never know. It doesn't have to be something as extreme as the world ending.
No, yeah.
But there's natural disasters every day. Exactly. Things happen, you know. So it's just always to kind of like prepare yourself for that.
It just depends on how you look at it. Because I'm spiritual and believing with all the firmament and stuff around the world. But it just depends because we're light beings. So we're all in the show. So it's just a temporary show anyway. Because when the world ends, it doesn't mean you necessarily end. It just means that the world's ended.
Yes. Yes. And I even look at it as like more of a metaphorical thing as well when people say the end of the world, because every year the world does die and it's reborn. Yeah. You know, I think sometimes people read these biblical texts and they take everything so literal.
Yeah, that demon,
Yeah, and then, you know, you've got positive energy and you've got negative energy. So some can see that as devils and some can see it as angels. Like, you know, heaven and hell, I feel like it's more of a state of mind. It's a state of being. If you want to be in a heavenly place, surround yourself with positive energy. Do things that bring positivity into your aura, you know. And so, yeah, it's this definitely each their own.
Yeah, this depends on how your mindset and how you interpret it, really.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and surround yourself with like-minded people. That does help too.
Definitely.
Yeah. Would you rather accidentally swallow a spider or a moth? So random, but it is what it is. Because I just cannot.
I don't know.
A spider.
I probably a moth. I don't like spiders. I don't want no eggs in my belly.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Legit, I was gonna say that.
But you never know. I don't like swallow it. I consume. But when you're sleeping, you don't know what.
You did not just say that.
But yeah, you don't know when you're sleeping. Flies are everywhere.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. They do say at least at one point in your lifetime you have swallowed some sort of insect. It's gone down. Listen, maybe not swallowed. It's gone down your neck. I'm done with you. It's got, you know.
But most are so fragile, like they turn into dust. That's why I say that rather
when you
than a
touch
spider.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that is so disgusting. But yeah, I think when I was younger, like I always got scared that if a spider goes in my ear or like in my nose, that it's gonna lay eggs or like. I've always had like this thing about it, so it's like spiders are no. Whereas the moth, at least if it goes down, it will just disappear. I don't know. Yeah, hella random. But thank you for entertaining me. We got through it. So yeah, 1SHIFT. Do you do a lot of performances? As I see on your social media, you're very active as far as like going to showcases and putting yourself out there, like really putting yourself out there, because there's a difference between sometimes you get artists that are naturally just made for just recording and being in that recording space, putting the music out and then just allowing people to enjoy it and don't necessarily go out and perform it. Did you feel it was easy for you to get into a performance thing, like into a performance mindset, rather than keeping yourself in that bubble of being in the studio? Big up Famous Flavor.
It wasn't easy. I had to push myself to keep performing to kind of build, because I wouldn't, what's the word? I wouldn't, I'm trying to think of the word again. I wouldn't settle for being average at performing, because performing is a big part of your, in the career of music.
Yeah.
Because you can have a hit song and you keep constantly performing it, but you're never really in the studio. So I had to kind of get into that mindset of performing. So I perform more than I go studio, but I'm still doing both. But I've got a lot more performances. So it was difficult when I first started. I froze on stage because you have to put yourself out there. But then after that, I didn't let it hinder my progress. I had to keep going and pushing myself until I kind of became comfortable on stage and performing in front of people. So it's part of the process, isn't it?
That's hella scary. Freezing on stage. Do you know, like, and the thing is, it's like, I can totally relate because I used to do performing arts in college. And I suppose at the beginning when I was young, I really wanted to get into acting. And so doing performing arts and being there on stage, as much as I begun to love it at the beginning, it's like those couple moments where you're looking at the audience are looking at you and they're just waiting for you to say something, and then it's like nothing comes out, and then you're just like, But it's like with acting, it's a little bit different because then someone can feed you your line and you're just like, okay, you snap into reality. How did you kind of get over that hurdle, like freezing on stage in that moment? Was you able to recover from it, or you just was like, I'm done? I
froze, and I still, because I had supportive people there in the crowd, I still went on with it. It wouldn't have been the best, but it was still progress from where I actually started. So you can't really look at where you started from. You have to look at where you are, because you've come from a long way. And it's all kind of different stages to lead up to where you are now. So you can't be too hard on yourself.
No, 100%. I hear it. I feel like in today, like, not every performance is going to go exactly to plan. You kind of always have to prepare for the unexpected to happen, you know, because anything can happen in a moment, in a moment, especially when it's live. You know, there's nothing to hide behind.
No, definitely.
You know, so it's kind of like, how do you prepare yourself leading up to a performance now?
I kind of expect the unexpected, but then I have to try and adapt to that moment. So if my song's not working, I've always got certain songs or lyrics that I go back to kind of do a cappella or entertain the crowd meanwhile they're setting up. So I don't just stand on stage if nothing's happening. I have to entertain, because I'm an artist, I'm performing. So you have to entertain the crowd. It's entertainment business. So you can't just stand on stage and rely on your backing vocals or the song to be playing. So
no, facts. Have you ever had like a really, really tough crowd? Like, where they're just like...
I've had some. You know, when you go to certain shows and there's people that are only out for that artist.
Yes,
they might be one or two that support your thing, but then they're predominantly out for that artist. So I've had a few of them, but then at the same time, a lot of people after the show like, let me network and this and that. So I was surprised at that because of their response when I was performing. But then some people are out there supporting, but they've never really been to a showcase like that. So they might be out of their comfort zone and watching you perform. So you can't really read people's minds. Like, it just is what it is sometimes.
No, for sure. I think, I feel like the end of the day, the people that are for you and so that will become supporters naturally, they will come to you. So whether that is through listening to your music through streaming, or whether it's coming to a performance and things like that, it's kind of just to be fair, like you can't predict it and you can't manipulate it. You kind of just have to do what you do and put yourself out there, and naturally they will just come to you. So yeah, I personally just don't put too much thought into it. But then at the same time, it's like, you know, like that saying, like, oh, bad publicity is better than no publicity. But then it's like, yeah, like you wouldn't never want to feel like no one's supporting you. But then at the same time, you don't want just people just because they're just there for the moment. Like, you know, that's why I was kind of like, when I was talking about, okay, your team and having people around you that are for you, you know, is that something over time that you've had to kind of like weed out the bad seeds from the good, or have you always kind of had a good eye and a good judgment of character?
It's a bit of both, because as I got older, I kind of knew energy and felt energy. So I thought when people weren't genuine, and I thought when people were genuinely trying to help me. But then when I might not be in contact with some people that were genuinely helping me, we've still got a good connection. So it's not something where I've had to burn bridges and stuff. But you can see when some people are there for opportunity, or just because you might know this and that person. I don't want it to be like that. It has to be an organic connection. So I never really force connections. If something works, it works. If it doesn't, it's not a must.
I think the entertainment industry breeds those type of people, just because everyone's looking for their shot. They're looking for that opportunity, right? And you know, it takes, I always say, like, it takes you have to have thick skin in this industry, you know, like you really have to, and you can't take things too personal. Because it is a popularity contest. It is a thing of like, okay, if you're new in the game and nobody knows about you and you haven't built, or you don't have that, you don't have that cosign from someone that's, you know what I mean, already established, then you know, at the end of the day, it might take longer to get there. But when you do reach there, it's like, okay, I'm here. And whoever was with me from the beginning, we're finna, you know what I'm saying? We're finna all eat, like we're finna all get into it. So let's get into some more music. Let's get into some more music, shall we? This next one, dig deep. Yeah, dig deep, darling. Yeah, we're finna dig real deep right now with 1SHIFT in the studio, guys. Yes, guys, we're finna get into this next track. So I hope you're all enjoying the show so far and vibing out with us. And like I said prior, guys, make sure you do go and run him up, guys, on all your social media and stay up to date, because he's always out there. He's always performing, and which is really, really dope. Like, keeping himself out there. So make sure you guys do come out and show the love and support. So yeah, we're gonna run up Dig Deep right now, guys. It's your time with Nadz on JusCoolRadio. Stay locked in.
No, I shift side. Fuck around and find out if it really real. Nah, nothing fit talk about till me make you feel. These are the deep love tucking on me jeans. Tonight we find out if you really scream. Deep, deep inna your belly make you sing sweet. Girl, you know I'm left. It's deep. Have I been compromised? Girl, is my cover blown? Secret lovers, baby, yo. Deep, deep inna your belly make you sing sweet. Girl, you know I'm left. It's deep. Have I been compromised? Girl, is my cover blown? Secret lovers, baby, yo. Deep inna your hole, me I touch your soul. What that girl is bad, that me want you know. Fucking at the Jeep, you not have a grip. Everybody see, said she love me long time. What the way you find, wine pan the pipeline. You fit take your time, cause that girl a go on bad. Me will break your clot, girl, me will break your heart. So no bother start, girl, no bother start. In my belly make you sing sweet. Girl, you know I'm life. It's big.
Have I been compromised? Girl, is my cover blown secret lovers, baby, yo. Deep in your belly make you sing sweet. Girl, you know I'm left. It's big. Have I been compromised? Girl, is my cover blown secret lovers, baby, yo. Hand on the watch a tick while me a watch a talk. Me more than touch your heart. Me have the favorite that. No why you go back home. Me why you stay around. Me want to figure out, baby, if you're really down. Make it last swing. Your kitty ready cut into. There's a meeting in a me bedroom. In a me bedroom. Girl, me I go come soon. I go come soon. Deep in your belly make you sing sweet. Girl, you know I'm left. It's big. Have I been compromised? Girl, is my cover blown secret lovers, baby, yo. Deep in your belly make you sing sweet. Girl, you know I'm left. It's big. Have I been compromised? Girl, is my cover blown secret lovers, baby, yo.
My God, I was just so into that. I was like, why is it stopping? Imagine the presenter's like, why is the music stopping? Like, what's going on? That is such a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Oh, it's like proper one for the girlies, like proper like obviously your other ones are about obviously women. Yeah, but I like the way that it's kind of it's on the border of explicit, but it's not too explicit. So it's got a nice medium there. Thoroughly enjoyed that one, my lovely. Thoroughly enjoyed. So this one it will be available on all streaming platforms. Yeah, real soon, guys. You heard that, guys. 1SHIFT. Yeah, I really, really like that. I feel like, do you know what I'd love to do? Before we get back into the interview, I would love to go back and play the first one that we did play. Would that be okay with you?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, why not do it? Because I just feel like I just really love that. And what I really, because it's like it shows such a lovely contrast with the song that we just heard, Dig Deep, and this one, Wine and Do It. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do it because I love this song. So we're gonna get into this one and we'll get back into the swing of things. Okay. Yes, guys, stay locked in. Stay all the way locked in.
Love how you way you need, baby. Come here, so girl, take a seat by me.
Yes, guys, wine and do it. 1SHIFT in the building, okay? Big vibes. Big vibes.
Yeah, girl, do your bubble, do it. Bubble to the bass, bubble to the treble. Girl, a bad, yeah, you a me little rebel. Brace panny G, beg you don't let go. And a Simon, but you do with me, I say so. Wine and dip, boom, flick pan it. Yeah, the body's not the dance when you tip pan it. Yeah, the talk of the town, you a hot topic. Yeah, the talk of the town, you a hot topic. Hey, girl, do your bubble, do your jiggle. See that something, yeah, me stick with shift in your miggle. Me love you know you wine and do it. Love you know you wine and do it. Do your bubble, do your jiggle.
Oh, yeah, do it, girl. Oh, yeah, do it, for me. Love you know you wine on.
Mirror, they on the wall now. Which girl are the bodies on the floor now? Kuda Keisha, Ashanika, maybe Shana, ripe and banana. Oh, you are Kwanzaa, na the corner. Body to body make you warm a wallana. Come wine for the G, baby, come wine for the G. Hey girl, do your bubble, do your jiggle. See that something, yeah, me stick with shift in your miggle. Me love you know you wine and do it. Love you know you wine and do it. Hey girl, do your bubble, do your jiggle. See that something, yeah, me stick with shift in your miggle. Me love you know you wine and do it. Love you know you wine and do it. Panny gong, no, girl. Bring it wrong like that.
Hey.
Say me love how you go on. Baby, me love how you go on. Hey girl, panny gong like that. Bring it wrong, Say me love how you go on. Baby, me love how you go on. Hey girl, do your bubble, do your jiggle. See that something, yeah, me stick with shift in your miggle. Me love you know you wine and do it. Love you know you wine and do it. Hey girl, do your bubble, do your jiggle. See that something, yeah, me stick with shift in your miggle. Me love you know you wine and do it. Love you know you wine and do it. Do it. Hey girl, do your bubble, do it. Hey girl, do your bubble, do it. Hey girl, the way you bubble, hey girl, the way you bubble, hey girl, the way you bubble.
Get ready for lyrics now. Listen me, lyrically intellect, the thing connect, no internet, so come correct or redirect, and me will make you disconnect. Me clean and fresh, me style, no stress it, people, yes, me swagging checks up all the second. Wait, yeah, the slow red, see it, yeah, me find it, but you drop it when me start to sing the voice, me have no name, the thing, it make girl, them start hollering, them calling in, me answering, a man, I can't answer him. Hey, girl, the way you bubble do it, bubble to the bass, bubble to the treble. Girl, you bad, yeah, you are me little rebel. Brace money G, beg you do not Lego. And a Simon, but you do with me assessor. Wine and dip, boom flick pan it. Yeah, the body's not the dance when you tip on it. Yeah, the talk of the tone, you are a topic. Yeah, the talk of the tone, you are.
Yes. I like that little piece at the end there, yeah? I love a good old surprise, mate. Why not? Why not? So we just had a carnival season. How did you find it? Did you just go and just enjoy as a spectator, or was you involved in?
I was a spectator. I don't go carnival, and I don't like crowds.
You don't. Really,
my head's too hot for crowds. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Because I hadn't actually been to carnival. The last time I'd been to carnival, listen, I'm 34, and the last time I was at carnival, I was 15, something like that. And I think after that, as I, was matured enough and was old enough to go by myself, I've just never was into it because, like, I just kept hearing so many, like, disturbing things, whether that's the crime happening there, whether it's the accidents and this and that. And so I always kind of looked at carnival as, like, a negative thing. However, obviously, like, it was nice this year going with the radio station. Because it was just like we was with High Grey Sounds, so shout out to High Grey Sounds, and because it gave me that control. Because I'm like you, like not being able to, you get lost in the crowd. It's like being in the ocean and the current taking you. And I was saying it to my friend Melt Me as well, because she was there with her team, and I was like, girl, like, it's a lot, but because, like, we had the barrier there, so it's like I have the choice to be in or out of it, So, yeah, that gave me the safety that I needed.
That's the best way to do it. Either that or on a float. That's the best way to do carnival.
Yeah, for sure. So you did you attend this year, sorry? Or
I went on the Monday.
Oh, you went on the Monday, yeah.
I had my moments, but it was overall enjoyment because it was good. Don't. But yeah, I think like any kind of the thing is with carnival, like I hear a lot of the elders and talking about, oh, it's just not what it used to be, and because I guess they expect to just hear like constant soca, but I'm hearing that on the floats they have to play soca, and then like with soca. And then it kind of just depends on where you are at carnival, and then obviously times have changed, so they might have heard it a lot more than they're hearing it now. There's a lot more cultural change in the music that's played at carnival. So,
do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
It depends on what you go carnival for, really. Because it's catering to everybody now. A lot more people will attend because they can hear their type of music. But then what carnival was standing for with the soca and the Caribbean music, some people might not agree with the change of it. But obviously everything's gentrifying and changing, so you can't really control. Yeah, it's true. Like, it's kind of like I get their sentiment of like they don't want carnival to lose the originality, like, and the meaning behind it. But I kind of feel like although the music might develop and change along the way, it hasn't lost its meaning because you see it's still multicultural. You see everyone from different backgrounds, different belief systems, different whatever. Like the amount of like randomness that I saw there. I mean, I'm telling you, like you get to a point where you're sitting there and you're like, so at this point, I'm a little bit, the juice is in it, the juice and the things I got. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting back, got the shades on, and I'm just watching the different types of crowds coming in and out, and I'm like, like, this world is so diverse, and it's just amazing to see it all in one place. Like, and everyone's just love, like it's love. So it was very surprising that obviously then a few days later we had, really, really quite terrible news with the lady that unfortunately passed from that situation. Like, I don't know, just put such a downer on it, because for those who went and had such a great experience, and then
you know, when you look at the scenario, you know, once at work, actually, it was shout out to my boss, T, Top Cat, for the you know, for the backstory on it. That basically someone had knocked over her child, and then she was kind of like, oh, why'd you do that? And the next minute, the guy pulls out a weapon, and
That's what
like,
I heard.
what are your thoughts on that?
I just think it's crazy. At the same time, it's good to know and be aware what's happening at Carnival, but a lot of the time the negative is publicized over the positive. But then at the same time, nowadays you can see videos of certain things happening or people being troubled, but nobody intervenes. So like it's a lot of time where you see a majority of men that aren't intervening and defending women. So it's just changed now.
No, for sure. You're right. Like it outweighs all the good and positive things that happen in that during, you know, that nice bank holiday that was so needed. That was just so needed. It really does. It's such a shame, and of course, sending healing vibrations and blessings to her family, because it's just not nice. You know, in today, the poor child is now going to look at Carnival as such a negative. That's going to be such a negative thing for the forever. You know, you don't really get over that, but you know what? Amongst it all, there was a lot of positive things and loads of fun moments and unity. No, you know, at a time, especially where we're going through so much. That, you know, just before that, we had all this stuff with, you know, the racists and stuff like that. Yeah. So it was kind of like a one up to them. Like that, it was really not whatever you guys are trying to build or what you're trying to make it seem. That's not reality. You know, it's not the reality of it all. But shifting onto you, shift, pun intended. Okay. With your musical journey, if you wasn't doing music, and if music was not your passion at this moment in time, do you have another passion? Would there been something else that you would have fallen into?
I don't know the right title of the actual job role. Yeah. But it would be kind of like marina based. Like marine biologist or something.
Marine biologist?
Yeah, because I like a lot of... Oh my
God, that sounds so fancy. Wait a minute, let's break it down. Let's break it down for the slow ones like me in the back, okay? Hold on a minute. Marine, that's something to do with water. Aqua, something like, yeah. And then what, biology, ain't that to do with the body? Or like just dissecting things and understanding how like it operates?
Yeah, but it might be the wrong title, but it's marine based, so it's to do with the water. And
Okay. So you know how to swim? Get
I'll be on the boat. I'll be on the boat doing studies.
You don't know how to swim? Get out of it.
I can swim when I want to swim.
Hold on, I marine. Marine biologist, but he doesn't. Do you know what? It's okay. You're finna learn, because sometimes it's sink or swim, mate. Yeah. Because if you had a situation and you had to,
I'll be on the boat cooling out.
Do you know what? No. Yeah, but you gotta learn to swim, darling.
No, I can. The thing is, I can swim, but not to the standard I want it to be.
Yeah. Okay, so you can't. It's not backstrokes, but it's like life saving.
Yes, I can swim in the pool and stuff like that. But ocean wise, it's basic. So I can swim to stay on water. But to do that type of job, I need to be a bit more advanced.
Yeah, no, true that. Because I suppose it would involve a lot of deep sea diving as well. Do you know what's interesting? It's like we know nothing, should I say? I'm not even going to try and compare it. We know nothing about the depths of the ocean and the things that actually exist there. The types of aliens. Because I know people have to scream and think aliens is like outer space and da-da-da-da. No. Like anything that is not what we see, you know, to us as a human, and this is an animal. It's alien, right? So I can only imagine the things that they got down there.
Literally.
Like.
That's why I'm so intrigued by it, because the best place to hide is the ocean. Because there's so much of it that's unexplored. That would be the best place to hide. It's not going to be in the sky where people can see things flying around and this and that. It's going to be under sea. Yeah. Because you're not going to know. Look how much of the ocean's not explored.
This is it.
You're not going to know.
We've barely touched the surface. Like when I watch, because I'm really into documentaries. So when I watch documentaries and they'd be like, oh, there's like this, like the lower you get, obviously the less sunlight is down there, the more transparent the animals are. So you'll get like eels or octopuses or whatever, and they're completely transparent. like, and they create their own energy, like their own light force, which I think is so fascinating. So when you was in school, was this a subject that you was really into?
No, I was good at geography, but
was it?
it wasn't really something that I delved into the later date.
Yeah.
So like further along the line, it was something that I gained more interest for.
Okay.
Mm.
So if let's just say 5-6 years down the line, you're like, you know what, I've I conquered, I've done what I need to do music wise. This is something that you'd quite happily.
Yeah, it's gonna be that because athletics was another option, but
okay.
I stopped running because I could have done the 2012 Olympics, but I didn't keep up with my running, so it kind of passed me by, and then music took over. So
okay. So that would make sense because you've definitely got an athletic build. But yeah, I think when it comes to it's a lifestyle that is so rigorous. Like when it comes to the athletics and any sport in general, to be fair, you eat, breathe, like sleep it, eat it, breathe, like it's hardcore. And I think it's easy for us to be like, oh yeah, we're going to tune into the Olympics, or let's go and cheer them on, or these people every day, like there's no day off, really, when it comes to that, because I used to be very athletic as well when I was younger, and as far as 100 meters, I was always in the relay, was always winning. 200 meters, 100 meters, I was more of a sprinter, can't do the long distance thing, and hurdles and things like that. So dope. But I think just naturally, once I got into like boys and stuff like that, it's just kind of what do I need to run for? Terrible mindset, by the way. If you're into athletics, guys, and you're young, keep it up, all right? Don't do what Nadz did. I got, it went left for me. It went left, but I fully enjoyed it. And football, I played football as well. So as far as, let's go back to the music. If you could create a super group of artists, this is your group, including yourself. So we can go from producing to a live show, instrument, like how you would want your group to be. Who would you put in it, my lovely?
That's a tricky question.
It can be it can be artists that have passed. It can be relevant artists.
I'd probably put producing whereas Timberland.
Ooh, good one.
Female singer wise, I'd probably put Aaliyah and Lauryn Hill.
Oh, that's a good option.
And who else? That's tough. That is tough. Male artist wise, I'd probably have to go for Joe and John B.
Joe's that's tough. That's a tough. And who was the last one? John B. Yeah, that's solid still. So I've noticed it's all like pretty much R&B singers, right? Yeah, that's what you you was. I get it. That's your personal vibe, innit? Like when you're you and your lady or whatever's, No, I like that. I mess with that. So, all right. So when it comes to your personal style as an artist, do you feel like there's artists out there, like currently out there today, that you would compare yourself with, or that you could compare yourself with, that people would be like, oh, 1SHIFT reminds me of da-da-da-da, or?
Not personally to me. It might other people might compare me to other artists, but I don't really compare myself to other people's music. Like if I like it, but I put you in your own category, like I'll do myself. So I wouldn't say, oh, I sound like this person, and then that will kind of subconsciously make me wanna, if I hear one of your songs, I'm like, oh, let me make a song like this because I sound like this person. And then you're gonna kind of get the cross matching, and yeah.
No, I hear you. It's important. I think taking inspiration is not a bad thing.
Yeah,
naturally, that if there wasn't someone already out there doing something you're interested in, then where would you get that inspiration from? True. Where would you get the idea and the concept? So it's a healthy thing to have inspiration, but it's like you said, it's another thing to copy or try and emulate, because you're never gonna be the source, like you know. And then also, who are you within it all? Like you get lost in it, and then before you know it, who am I? Like you're literally sitting there like, who am I? Am I this person today? I'm that person. Like you know, like I think that with the music industry, we hear a lot of the same generics sometimes, especially in certain categories, like maybe perhaps like pop music, you know, or you know, rap music and stuff like that. We hear a lot of like, you can hear a million Central C's.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, how do you like consciously make sure that you don't kind of fall in that line of, although you don't, like even listen to your music, even when I was listening to your music prior to our interview, and obviously I've been following you for a while now, so I've never really heard you and thought, oh, you sound like this particular person. No, but obviously you're in a genre that is, you know, there's a lot of people that do that genre. But it's, you found a way to kind of keep your the essence of what makes you an artist. Like how do you keep that and then look to maintain it moving forward type thing?
It's kind of just experimenting and not listening to music as much as I used to. Like I'd rather listen to audiobooks than music, so I don't kind of, because if you listen to music constantly, you subconsciously will start to do something that someone else is doing, even if you don't want to do it. So I just have to kind of work with what I've been doing and kind of navigate around the types of styles or whatever that I feel comfortable doing.
Okay.
And even if it might sound like somebody, it's not my intention going in to sound like that person. It's just what might have come to me when I'm writing or if I've heard a rhythm. So you just have to stay true to yourself. And if you do sound like somebody by accident, then that's just what it is. But it's still your style. Like nobody can sound like you. So.
No, for sure. And with you kind of being in the dancehall scene, obviously like each genre has its kind of like, they say like gatekeepers or whatever. Like, have you ever kind of struggled to get your foot in that genre, dancehall, UK dancehall?
Not really. I wouldn't really say I struggled to get my foot in, because I've had support and good people around me. Because when I first started recording my songs in the dancehall scene, it was like with Speak World and Bucky Joe. And Bucky Joe would always reach out to me if he's got a rhythm, say, voice and this. So there was good support in that, in terms of that. It wasn't really like I was making music and I was like, I need someone to produce or someone to put me on a rhythm. So I was fortunate to have good people around me. And so...
That's dope. Well, we have pretty much reached the end of the show. You know, it's been amazing having you on, like, and you know what is really amazing, because like I said, like at the beginning, like we obviously know each other from social media, and meeting you in person, you know, you're just as an amazing and lovely and a dope of an artist as you are, as I see you online to in person as well. Yeah, no, it's just a lovely surprise, because you know, we know that the times we're in, you can meet someone in real life, honey, and the math ain't mathing, you know what I mean? And I just don't add up. But you're an amazing artist, and I believe you have a very bright future ahead of you, and you just keep pushing and have the right people around you, and yeah, I look forward to the R&B. But would you love to, you know, let people know like what is next for 1SHIFT? What's happening?
So this Saturday I've got a show in Hackney that starts from around 5 to 10. And then next week I've got one in Kiss the Sky Bar in Camden. Dope. And then the week after I've got one in North, but it's an undisclosed location. So if you get your tickets, you'll get the location on the same day as the event.
Them ones there. Yeah, that part. So what I'm thinking is, okay, we can finish the show off with your latest release. Make It Boom. Okay. Just like that. No, guys, honestly, it's been a vibe. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, guys, if you've not been able to catch the live stream of the show right now, not to worry, head over to YouTube, JusCoolRadio, hit that subscribe button, and as soon as it's uploaded, you can enjoy it to your heart's content from the beginning to the end. Okay. And yeah, it's just been an absolute pleasure. So I look forward to more music being released and potentially having you back whenever you're ready. You're always welcome. Yeah, definitely. 100%. So yeah, Big up 1SHIFT in the building, guys. We're finna play. Do you want to? Was there any shout outs or anything you want to say before we?
No, just big up everybody pushing and striving towards a goal. Big up Chase. Big up Nadz for having me.
Oh, blessings.
Big up Bridging Radar, Stunner. Big up Trends. Big up all the artists and everybody pushing towards a goal, isn't it?
That part, guys. So Make It Boom playing right now. Your time with Nadz on Just Cool Radio, guys. I'll catch you guys next Wednesday with even more entertainment. Let's get it, guys. Enjoy your weekend, your week and your weekend. That part. See you guys.
Why you wind up like you're invertebrate?
Make it boom.
Make it boom, make it boom, boom, boom. The style you have, it go drive me mad. Power steering fail, me nearly crash. Automatic, but me love the way you shift stick. Tap turn on, you wet, make it drip, drip. Make it boom like a bomb, mash up the place. Make it boom like you throw an hand grenade. Boom it off like you're mad and you're angry. All when you say you can't stand me. Girl, make it boom, they make it boom, way make it boom, yeah, make it boom, yeah, make it make it make it make it make it make it girl, make it boom, they make it boom, way make it boom, yeah, make it boom, yeah, make it make it make it make it make it make it It's a boom you fi post, no caption. Like a real panigram get traction. Double tap that, save to me favorite. Girl boom that song in your playlist. Hear miss, earth a shake, make it boom. A tectonic, plate shift jeans rip. Me can't turn it, for your boom make me lose a composure. See that boom there, bring it closer, no sir. Boom there, make it, boom way make it, boom yeah make it, boom yeah make it, make it, make it, make it, make it, make it, girl make it, boom there make it, boom way make it, boom yeah make it, boom yeah make it, make it, make it, make it, make it, make it, Coulda what this me a get in a girl see me ya. Body bad son a girl yes so don't similar. See the symmetry when you boom in front of me. Left to the right cheek jump synchronicity. This a boom you fi post no caption. Like a real panigram get traction. Double tap that save to me favorites. Girl boom that song in your playlist. Hear miss. Boom they make it. Boom way make it. Boom yeah make it. Boom yeah make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Girl make it. Boom they make it. Boom way make it. Boom yeah make it. Boom yeah make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Boom they make it. Boom way make it. Boom yeah make it. Boom yeah make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Girl make it. Boom they make it. Boom way make it. Boom yeah make it. Boom yeah make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Make it. Make it.
Are you looking to take your business, community project, or product to the next level? Want to reach a dynamic and engaged audience? Look no further than JusCoolRadio.com. At JusCoolRadio, we offer the perfect platform to showcase your brand. Our diverse programming and loyal listeners are the ideal match for your advertising needs. Whether you're a local business, an emerging entrepreneur, we've got you covered. Want to add some star power to your event? Book Just Cool Radio talent to bring excitement and professionalism to your next big occasion. Our talented hosts and DJs will keep your audience entertained and engaged. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Visit JusCoolRadio.com today to learn more about our affordable advertising packages and booking options. Just Cool Radio, disturbing the silence, catching the eyes of many.
Bop's Grand Rising Adventure at Just Cool Radio. Once upon a time, in the cozy Just Cool Radio studio, where the beats were always bumping and the vibes were always cool, lived a tiny kitten named Bop. Bop was the pet star of JusCoolRadio.com, and she loved nothing more than snuggling up next to her owner, Anton, Too Bad DJ, after a long day of spinning tunes. One early morning, Bop awoke to find the studio door open and no one around. Anton was still asleep, and the studio was quiet. Bop, feeling adventurous, decided to start the Grand Rising show early. After all, she had so many adoring fans cheering her on. However, Bop had a problem. She didn't know how to turn on the magical DJ radio equipment. As she was trying to figure it out, a smooth, cool voice said, "Ayo, Kit." It was Mr. Cool, an inflatable smiley face known for his street smarts. From that moment on, he called Bop Kit. Bop responded with a soft, adorable meow. Mr. Cool said, "Get me a snack from the kitchen, and I'll turn on the stuff for you, Kit." Excited and eager to learn, Bop immediately accepted the offer. It seemed like a much better deal than Snakey's offer when she first arrived at JusCoolRadio. With a blink of an eye, Bop was at the studio door, ready to go. Then Mr. Cool added, "And a drink, a sandwich, and a scoop of ice cream." Determined to learn the trade of DJing, Bop set off to gather all the requested items. On her way, Bop grew tired trying to carry everything at once. Just then, Baza, a big bear with lots of makeup and a weave, appeared and offered to help. "Do you need help, love?" "Aw, aren't you cute?" Baza said. Bop, being young and naive, didn't realize Baza's true intentions. Baza suggested that Bop could make the journey easier if she cut herself in half. "You'll be able to carry everything easier. I'll show you how," Baza said. Meanwhile, back in the studio, King Trunks the elephant and Queen Ishak the ostrich woke up. They saw Mr. Cool with a big smile on his face saying, "Breakfast is ordered, chill." Queen Ishak asked, "How if you're here and everyone else is on holiday? We don't eat from you-know-who." Mr. Cool responded happily, "I sent Kit." Realizing who Kit was, King Trunks asked Mr. Cool, "Who is Kit?" Mr. Cool replied, "Its name isn't Kit. I just call it that." Realizing that you-know-who meant Baza and Snakey, King Trunks let out a huge trumpet horn and rushed to the kitchen. In the kitchen, Baza stood above Bop with a machete, about to slice. Just in time, King Trunks jumped onto the counter and swept Baza away. Snakey slithered off into the darkness, plotting for another day. Walking back to the studio with the breakfast in hand, they met Mr. Cool at the door. Mr. Cool apologized for not helping Bop and for being lazy and greedy, putting Bop in danger. Bop forgave Mr. A, Cool with a contented purr. King Trunks told Bop, "If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is." Realizing Bop had a lot to learn, Bop listened and went over to Queen Ishak for a snuggle. Unaware of the grand rising antics, Anton walked into the studio to start his show. During the show, wanting to impress, Bop meowed on beat and scratched a record, receiving applause from the audience and Anton. And so, in the magical world of JusCoolRadio, where pet toys come to life and adventures await, Bop's grand rising adventure became another tale of friendship, bravery, and the joy of learning new things. The end. More adventures coming soon.
JusCoolRadio is on the hunt for DJs, presenters and hosts to be a part of our broadcasting assistant team. If you feel you have the skills and the ability to join this exclusive team, then get in contact with JusCoolRadio right about now via the email JusCoolRadio@outlook.com. Also, contact us via WhatsApp or via the phone line on the number of +447 538 704 791. We repeat one more time, this is JusCoolRadio.com, on the hunt for hosts, presenters and DJs who would like to join our broadcasting team. So if you want to join our team, the number is +447 538 704 791. JusCoolRadio.com, disturbing the silence, catching the eye of many.
JusCoolRadio.com provides exceptional standard to your video promotion and your audio promotion. Advertise with us now on the number +447 538 704 791. We take WhatsApps and we take emails. JusCoolRadio@outlook.com. JusCoolRadio, disturbing the silence, catching the eye of many.